They've played on Friday Night Lights and under the weight of history. Across decades, helmets changed, jerseys evolved, but the stakes, they've always been the same.
Watch the scoreboard count it down, and in Riverview country.
Riverview. Sarasota. One rivalry, one memory every year. Riverview has owned the past. 14 straight wins, 14 reminders.
DJ Johnson bounces, trying to find the pylon. He's in!
But rivalries aren't about the past. It's about the moment.
Baker banking his way through the defense. West going down the field. He's got Rivers. Sailors touchdown.
For years, the faces have changed, but the meaning has not. Every play becomes a part of the story.
Left side, running room. He's gone. Very good.
Intercepted! Scooter Truman! 4-6!
Years of history forged in 60 minutes on the field. Tonight.
You are watching the 68th ever meeting between the Sarasota Sailors and the Riverview Rams on Arsenal Productions. Two storied programs take the field tonight in a key, critical rivalry and district game. My name's Addison Rusko. So glad to have you alongside with us here at the Ramble. Alongside me is my partner, Mr. Paul Whiteside. This is such a critical game. It's a game that means the most to these two teams every single year. It's the Sarasota-Riverview rivalry. Riverview coming into this game with a 14-game win streak. Sarasota has a monkey on their back. They're trying to get it off. They've got momentum. 3-1 in the season, looking to take down this undefeated Riverview side.
Yeah, what a game and what a rivalry we have. I mean, the first meeting between these two teams was 1960, almost more than 60 years ago was the first meeting. Sarasota eventually won that game, but the Rams have a 14-game win streak. Their offense is hot. They're looking to continue that here tonight.
It has been 5,082 days since the Sailors last took down the Riverview Rams. It was a game in which Marlon Mack ran for 167 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 36-0 Sailors win. That was October 28, 2011. Someone Like You was the #1 song in the Billboard Hot 100 back when that was the case. The newest iPhone release was the iPhone 4. Siri had just come out a couple weeks before Sarasota had won that game. Barack Obama was serving in his first term as President of the United States of America. And Pino Parks, the Rams defensive back, one of the stars on this defense, he was 2 years old. Coach Amp Campbell has a tough task in front of him here tonight, but he's familiar with this Riverview side. He played for the Rams in the 90s. He played defense for Nick Saban at Michigan State. He was an assistant coach at Western Michigan. He also came back to Riverview to become an assistant coach, actually coached his son, Amp Campbell, and now, in 2024, he was hired as the Sailors head coach, went 3-7 in his first year, now has the toughest task of all to finally get over the hump and beat the Rams.
Yeah, he definitely has a tough task here tonight. 14 straight wins is definitely a hump that will be hard to get over. But we saw this last year. He is so passionate about this rivalry, and he's looking to break that 14-game win streak here tonight.
Talking to him earlier before the game, he said, we've got to keep it close and let the chips fall our way. This is a Riverview side that is confident. One of the best offenses that we've seen in quite some time from this Riverview side.
Yeah, their offense is red hot. There's no other way to put it. I mean, the combination of the passing game with Parker Nipper, Noah Sheffo, and the run game with Torian James, Isaiah Bell. That offensive line has been playing amazing this year, opening those holes, giving time for Parker Nipper to throw. They are so good on offense, and it will definitely be the biggest test of the night for Amp Campbell and the Sailors.
As the Sailors were running out, you saw the Rams and Sailors start to bicker. The Sailors said some words to the Rams. The Rams were quick to say them back. This is what it's all about, a rivalry game. This game means so much to both these teams. Riverview won the toss and elected to defer to half number 2. It'll be Brody Carroll, the senior kicker, to get us underway. Deep back to receive for the Sailors is Victor Monarchy. Along with him is Evan Larrick. Victor Monarchy had the game-winning punt return for a touchdown in the Sailors' 21-16 win over Gibbs 2 weeks ago. Sailors coming off a bye. It's an onside kick to start the 68th annual meeting, and the Sailors recover it. We've seen that quite often. Maybe the Sailors expecting that, the 4th onside kick of the year for the Rams.
Yeah, it's definitely something to expect from this Riverview special teams. They love to call that onside kick, especially when it's most unexpected, like a opening kickoff. So not surprised that they win it there, but Sarasota able to recover it.
So that brings us our chance to bring out the first Mighty Dog Roofing impact players of the game. It is Hudson West. The sophomore quarterback started as a freshman for the Sarasota side, has offers from Cincinnati, Kentucky, Virginia Tech, and even Bill Belichick's North Carolina side. This is a sophomore, a young gunslinger.
Yeah, he is. He's been playing amazing this year. He's so tall, almost 6'6". As a sophomore, it's one of those things where you just don't see that kind of height coming out of a sophomore, and he can really sling the ball downfield.
First down and 10. Sailors will start at the 46-yard line. It's a dump off to Dempsey, and it is incomplete. Colton Dempsey coming back from injury. Had Giovanni outside and Daryl Yarborough filling in for him, but he's back as the lead back on this Sarasota offense, which is going to have to produce against a Riverview defense that has not allowed more than 1 touchdown in the last 2 games.
Yeah, this run defense has been so effective, and coming into this year, the trenches were something that was a little bit of a question, but they've really proved everyone wrong because they have been so effective against the run these past few games.
Second down and 10, outside, now the back. 3 wide receivers for the Sailors. West under pressure, gets it away, and it is incomplete. Was looking for Victor Monarchy, just misses him. And it brings up a 3rd down and 10. Sailors got the onside kick, can't throw away this good field position.
Yeah, they definitely can't. They have to convert on 3rd down here. It's something, especially with a rivalry like this. You haven't won against the Rams in 14 seasons. You have to start out hot. And it's 3rd down here. They have to convert.
Well, Riverview certainly gave him great starting field position after the onside kick was recovered by the Sailors. It's 3rd down and 10 on the Sailors' first drive of the game. It's West in the shotgun. Rams showing pressure with Halperin. A screen to Rivers. Can Halperin wrap him up? Rivers gets away, shaking and banking his way past the first down marker and down to the 36-yard line. Jaden Rivers, he's the impact player for these wide receivers. He's so electric. This season, 257 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been so electric this year. Jaden Rivers, what a nice catch and run there to get the first down. And to convert here on 3rd down, which was a big 3rd down, what a run and catch.
First down after the Jaden Rivers screenplay worked. West under pressure, gets it away over the middle. Looked like some contact there in the middle, but it's good coverage from Casey Esquerdo. You can see Hudson West, and when we watched a little bit of the Sailors film, something that was a weakness on this offense was the offensive line. You see Hudson West have to improvise a lot of his plays, kind of have to evade his way from pressure. You're seeing it early. Screenplay. They bring a blitz. They go one-on-one to Monarchy on the near side. They're trying to get the ball out quick. This offensive line hasn't been holding up this season.
No, they haven't, and they're really trying to blitz. Looks like the Rams are going to get an offside penalty here.
So 2nd down and 5 after the offsides on Riverview. Hudson West in the shotgun. Hands it off, Dempsey up the middle, and he goes nowhere. Wrapped up right away. It's Henry Donovan and Gabe Halperin in on the stop, and it brings up another 3rd down for the Sailors.
Yeah, like you mentioned before, it's definitely going to be interesting how the Sailors adapt to their weak offensive line, especially against a Riverview defensive line that has been playing well this whole season. It'll be interesting to see how Hudson West improvises and how they can get that run game going. It'll be something they have to do if they want to win here tonight.
Third down and 5, Dempsey the back. 3 wide receivers for the Sailors. Monarchy and Rivers on the right. Larrick on the left. Larrick goes in motion. West under pressure, and West brought down to the ground, throws it away, tried to find Monarchy, but nowhere close. So now decision time for Amp Campbell and the Sailors.
Yeah, it's a great play there by Jeremiah Banouche, Jackson Blake there in on the stop.
So it is 4th down, and the Sailors will stay on the field. So aggressive play calling, and that's the play calling that you have to have in a game like this. 5,082 days since the Sailors were last able to get a win over the Riverview Rams. On 4th down, West will roll to his right. And there is some pre-snap movement, and it is a 5-yard penalty against the Sailors. So we'll see if they send out the punt team now. Takes it from 4th and manageable to 4th and 11.
Yeah, the aggressive play calling is something that Amp Campbell definitely has to do if he wants to get a win here tonight. It's something that we've seen a lot from the Rams and Brody Wiseman. They've been so aggressive, and it has paid off for them this season. So Amp Campbell has to match that energy.
So 4th down, and the offense is staying out on the field. You saw West go over to his head coach. So the aggressive play calling stays. .39 to go here in the first quarter. It is the Sailors' first drive of the game. They started at their own 46-yard line after a failed onside kick from Riverview. And it's going to be a delay of game. So another 5-yard careless penalty. 4th and 6 to 4th and 16. Now surely the punt team has to come on.
Yeah, they definitely have to send the punt team out. And those penalties are just killer for Sarasota, especially the false start and the delay of game back-to-back is not something you want to see on this 4th down.
Well, the Sailors disagree with us here in the booth. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 16. And it's going to be Hudson West who will end up punting it away, and it will roll out of bounds at the 17-yard line. We'll hit a quick word from Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
First down and 10. Rams on their first offensive drive after Hudson West booted it away. First down carry goes to Belt, just patiently following his blockers, pushes past the first down marker. This Riverview offense so electric, and Isaiah Belt just so effective. We'll bring up our Mighty Dog Roofing Impact Player of the Game, Trent Huffman. He's been such a versatile threat for this Riverview offense, transferred over from Lakewood Ranch and has made an immediate impact this season.
Yeah, he definitely does. It's one of Parker Nippert's favorite targets. He's so good. He has such good hands, amazing speed. He's definitely a dangerous wideout for this Riverview team.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Back on the ground to Belt, and he is going to be wrapped up. Nice tackle from Cooper Buck. Gain of about 5 yards on the play, so second down and 5. This has been a Riverview offense that has been nearly unstoppable, including a game that was called at halftime. The Rams offense has averaged 37.8 points per game. That is a ridiculous number.
Yeah, it definitely is. They're so red hot, and that starts with the run game that has been so effective. These running backs, and Torian James and Isaiah Belt, their ability to follow these blockers is what makes this Riverview offense so effective.
And there he goes again. Isaiah Belt just right down the field, but there is a flag on the play. This in the vicinity of holding, so most likely will be coming back. But already 3 carries so far from Isaiah Belt, and that offensive line creating for him.
Yeah, it's something that they've been doing all season, and it's something that they have to capitalize on in this game. If they want to beat Sarasota for the 15th straight time, they absolutely have to get that offensive line and run game going like they have been all season.
So that penalty will back Riverview up to the 28-yard line. So it'll be second down and 10, right back to the original line of scrimmage. Nipper in the shotgun. Sheffo on the near side. Huffman and Anthony Miller on the right. Sailor showing blitz on second down. Nippert fakes the hands off to James, and he's got Noah Sheffo trying to fight his way forward for a first down. He is going to get that first down, gets to the 40-yard line. Hard running there from Noah Sheffo, one of the top wide receivers on this side.
Yeah, and he's able to exemplify just how physical he is. He's so big and tall, and his ability to go up and get those contested catches are something that have made this Riverview offense so effective.
Rams go to the line quickly. First down and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Looking quickly again on the screen to Sheffo, able to stay on his feet. And once again, hard running through tacklers past the first down marker. The Rams into plus territory for the first time tonight. Noah Sheffo, a strong start.
Yeah, once again, Noah Sheffo on the little pass and catch.
And hold up 1 second. Noah Sheffo slow to get up and in an immense amount of pain. And this does not look good. Able to get up on his own power. Ashton Clough will come in and replace Sheffo for the time being. Noah Sheffo, who just received an offer from Eastern Kentucky University over the last week. So some big shoes to fill here for Ashton Clough. We'll see how long Noah Sheffo remains out. First down and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hands off to Torian James, and James dives forward to about the 40-yard line. This Rams offense continues to run the ball so effectively, and it's what they've been able to do, and they're not overworking any of their running backs. That two-back system has worked so well for this offense.
Yeah, they could really put anyone in that backfield, and they'll be so effective, and especially when you have guys like Torian James and Isaiah Belt, it's no surprise why this run game is so effective.
Right back to James on second down, and he is going to be wrapped up. Is he going to get to the marker? It's going to depend on the spot. Costello in on the stop. And they are going to mark his forward progress down just short of the first down marker. They have not set the chains yet. It's going to be third down and 1. Isaiah Belt now the back. Sailor stacked the box. They're showing pressure. Rams don't care. They'll go right back on the ground to Belt, and he will pick pick up the first down, able to escape from the tackle from Kyle Burgraff, and the Rams continue to move the ball down the field on this opening drive.
Yeah, one of the things that makes this run game so good is the physicality that both of these running backs have. Neither of them the biggest guys on the field, but definitely making an impact and making up for it in terms of physicality.
There is an injury timeout, 5:53 to go here in quarter number one. We'll hear a quick word from Mighty Dog Roofing. Rams driving on their opening drive.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
Lawton Simon was helped off the field. Rams picked up the first down on 3rd down and 1, and even with the Sailors stacking the box, they still could not stop this efficient running back attack that this Rams offense possessed. It's 1st down and 10 at the 32. And off to Belt. This time he's wrapped up rather quickly and his helmet comes flying off. And a late flag is going to be called. That's going to go against Danny Perry. It's going to be a dead ball personal foul through Kane Collazo to the ground. It's been a bunch of mental mistakes so far. You go back to the opening drive of the game. 2 costly false start. Then you have the delay of game. Now you've got a dead ball personal foul. Stuff you cannot do in this type of game.
Yeah, I know it's a huge rivalry and these guys are fired up, but you just can't let your emotions take over the mental of the game. And stuff like this happens where you will get a dead ball personal foul. We'll probably see it a couple more times tonight. These teams do not like each other, but it works in favor of the Rams as they get a 15-yard.
That will move the Rams inside the Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota red zone for the first time tonight. Parker Nipper in the shotgun. Miles Perziquez and Nate Pastor motion over to the right. Miles Perziquez also got an offer to Eastern Kentucky University, along with Chef OS Torian James, so strong inside the 5-yard line. They'll actually mark him down at the 6. It will be 2nd down and 1. This Riverview offense, slow, methodical, but it's working.
Yeah, it definitely is working. They've been driving down the field in the red zone here at the 5. It wouldn't surprise me if they scored. This Riverview offense is just so red hot.
Under 5 to go in the first quarter. Torian James in for the first touchdown of this rivalry game. He's been so effective all year. And it's Riverview who strikes first.
Yeah, and who else but Torian James? He's been so effective in that run game, especially once you get to the red zone. He's had so many touchdowns this year. It doesn't surprise me that he gets in here.
Brody Carroll will attempt the extra point, and it is the picture-perfect start for Riverview. Even after the failed onside kick, the defense makes a stand. Your offense goes right down the field, 83 yards for a score. Carroll will add 1, and the Rams on top of the Sailors early, trying to extend this win streak to 15. 4:53 to go in quarter number 1.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
Welcome back on into the Ram Bowl for the 68th ever meeting between the Sarasota Sailors and the Riverview Rams. Torian James opens the scoring with a 6-yard rushing touchdown, and now the Sailors need a big-time response, a little pooch kick, and it will be fair caught by Landon Dean, and so Sarasota will take over at the 35 or 36-yard line, playing the game that they lost against Melbourne Catholic, in which Noah Flores had that kickoff return for a touchdown. They've got a very explosive returner in Victor Monarchy. Won Sarasota their last game, 21-16, on the 64-yard punt return for a touchdown. They're having none of that here tonight.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to look out for him later in this game. The special teams, I'm sure, are aware of his explosive returns. They're just going to have to be aware of him. But, yes, so far, no action here tonight.
It'll bring up Hudson West and the Sailors for their second drive of the game. A crucial drive at that after stalling out after having such great field position. And it is incomplete on first down. You can see this pressure from this Riverview defensive line getting to him. West has got to make quick decisions. He's got to be on his toes. Dempsey can't hold that one in.
Yeah, he definitely has to be quick and release the ball quick. This Sarasota offensive line so far doesn't have an answer for the D-line of the Rams.
It's one of the keys of this game for the Sailors offense. They have to be able to contain this Riverview defensive line. West in the shotgun on 2nd down and 10. Hands it off to Dempsey in his first game back from injury. And Dempsey trots forward, and he will get the first down. And the Sailors offense, sign of life there. Big getting back Dempsey for a game like this.
Yeah, it definitely is. He's been so effective this season. It was definitely a brutal loss for this Sarasota offense, but you see some flashes of good play from that offensive line. It's a good run by Dempsey.
First down and 10 at the Sailors' 45-yard line. They'll make it 3rd down and 1. He did not get to the first down marker on that last play, and he's not going to get there on 3rd and 1, and so decision time again for Amp Campbell and the Sailors.
I think they absolutely go for it. I know you're in your own territory, but the aggressive playmaking is something that we mentioned pregame that the Sarasota Sailors are going to have to execute if they want to beat the Rams here tonight.
So 4th down and 1 coming up here for the Sailors. A big play early in this game. West in the shotgun. Ball at their own 45-yard line, and he's going to get him with the hard count. Kayvon Love jumps early, and it's a free 5 for the Sailors.
Yeah, it's a big penalty there by the Rams. Kayvon Love jumping offside and getting the Sailors a free first down. It's usually been the Sailors that have been the penalties, but now it goes against the Rams.
They have not moved the ball yet. The referee is conjuring right where the ball is spotted at the 45-yard line. And now all 4 officials will meet in the middle. It looked like a clear jump from Kayvon Love. It was in the middle of the defensive line. This is a crucial call in such an early spot in this game. Rams on top 7-0 in this critical district matchup. And they will finally call it, and it will be a first down for the Sailors. A lot of time to make that decision, but nonetheless, the Sailors move the ball down the field. When we talked to head coach Amp Campbell of the Sailors, he said this game is obviously important because of what it means to the city and it being a rivalry game, but it's a district game at that. And that makes it even more important because the winner of this game is really in the driver's seat against Venice in that critical matchup that both of these teams will end up playing.
Yeah, they absolutely are, and Riverview is looking to make a run for the playoffs here as they've been so red hot on this offensive side, and they've been blowing out their teams the past few games. They're definitely looking to make a run for the playoffs against the Sailors here tonight.
Riverview came out ranked 17th in the first FHSAA rankings that came out this past week. Sarasota came in past 100, but a very high ranking for this Riverview side, a spot that they haven't been in quite some time. It's 2nd down and 8 for the Sailors. And it was also surprising to see how low Venice was. Venice coming in at 143. West on 2nd down, goes over the middle for Rivers, and he's got a 1st down. Rivers got a good step on Escuero and possibly could have had a touchdown if he didn't slip.
Yeah, that's a great route by Rivers there, and it's a great throw by West. The Sailors starting to move the ball down, just below the 30-yard line now. They definitely need to score and respond to the Rams.
So 1st down and 10 as the Sailors have the ball at the Riverview 31-yard line. West in the shotgun. West looking down the field for Monarchy, and Monarchy not able to get there in time. Looked like a slight bit of miscommunication on the route, and it will bring up 2nd down and 10. That's a couple of times now that West has liked that one-on-one matchup between Monarchy and Pino Parks.
Yeah, it's great coverage there by Pino Parks, not allowing any big play from the Sailors offense, and it's definitely a nice throw by West, but he's just unable to haul it in. It's great coverage from Pino.
So 2nd down and 10. A pitch to Dempsey, has to come back for it. Dempsey taken down hard on the play. A nice tackle from Aaron Zinn, and it will bring up 3rd down and 4. It's a nice run from Dempsey, and you really see his effectiveness taking shape in this first quarter. 1:10 remaining. So they'll end up moving them back 1 yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Sailors have been in plus territory both drives to start this game. We're not able to take advantage of that early onside kick recovery. Rivers goes in motion. Rams bring pressure over the middle and incomplete. Nobody open, and it will once again be 4th down. It's quite a long field goal from here. Looking at about 43 yards for Cooper Hamilton. They will not take him on the field. They're going to go for it yet again on 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for it a lot here, and Hudson West needs to adjust better to this Riverview pressure. On all of the times that he's been pressured, it's forced an incompletion, and it's something that the Riverview defensive line is going to have to continue if they want to win here tonight. They're clearly affecting the Sailors quarterback.
So 4th down and 5. Rams once again bring pressure. Lofts it up to Rivers, who will come down with it and score the touchdown. A flag will come out, but Rivers will not care. Off his back foot, won a throw, but an even better catch from Jaden Rivers.
Yeah, what a contested catch from Jaden Rivers. Looks like he was working on Rashad Bryant, just unable to make the play, and just such a good touchdown for the Sailors and response.
On 4th down, the Sailors needed it, and they got it. Jaden Rivers, what a play. He's been their most effective receiver this year. Coming into the game, 19 receptions, 257 yards, 6 touchdowns. Make that 7, and the most important one of the year.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most important touchdowns he will score this game. Sarasota looks good on that drive and shows some signs of life on offense, and it's a great catch and run by Jaden Rivers.
There was a flag that came out, and it looked to be a flag on the Sailors for possibly excessive celebration. We'll see if this is enforced on the extra point or if it will be enforced on the kickoff. A bunch of miscommunication between the Sailors right now, running a couple of guys on last minute, and now a flag, and it's going to be on the Sailors. So they will back up 5 yards. And you could see it, miscommunication, everyone running in, running off. They really didn't know what they were doing for that extra point.
Yeah, they need to work on their communication here if they want to limit those penalties. It's something that they're definitely going to have to stop if they want to win here tonight.
So now Cooper Hamilton will have a 25-yard extra point. It is up, and it is no good. So a costly penalty. The sophomore kicker, Cooper Hamilton, cannot knock it through, but it was Jaden Rivers who makes this a game late in quarter number 1. 12 seconds remain. It's Riverview 7, Sarasota 6.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
And you will see now the penalty being enforced for the excessive celebration from Jaden Rivers. But maybe after you make a play like that, it's okay. But the false start ends up being the thing that hurts them. 7-6. And could that be a point that comes back to hurt the Sailors later in this game? It's Cooper Hamilton to boot it away. A little squib kick. And it will be caught and downed. So Riverview will start their second drive of the game at their own 38-yard line. It was a heavy rushing attack, but now the question is Noah Sheffield going to come back after that injury?
Yeah, that's definitely a big loss if he's unable to come back. He's been so effective for this Riverview pass game. It does look like he will come out onto the field for this drive, and that's a big win for this Riverview Rams offense.
Miller, Persequez, and Huffman on the right. Isaiah Belt the back on 1st down and 10. Nipper dumps it off to Belt, and Belt has some lead blockers, and Belt nearly gets past those blockers, tripped up and out of bounds at the Sailors' 42-yard line. And that is going to not take us to the end of the first quarter. 12 seconds to remain in quarter number 1. We'll see if Riverview will get the snap off. They will. Sheffel able to get away from the first couple of tacklers, and he will not get away from the rest. A swarm of Sailors come in and make the tackle. And it will be a big loss on the play, and that will take us to quarter number 2. We've got a game on our hands at the Ramble. 7-6 the score. Quarter number 2 coming up.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next roofing project. That's a top dog offer right there.
Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Welcome back on into the Ramble. Riverview, a 7-6 lead over the Sailors. Rams on their second drive of the game, trying to respond to the Jaden Rivers touchdown as Huffman goes in motion. Gives it to Torian James, and he just does such a good job of following his lead blocker, who was Nate Pastor, and it's another Riverview first down. Riverview this season on second down and long, third down and long, fourth down and long even, they love to keep it on the ground, and it works.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they? With how effective this run game has been, it's no surprise that they've been going for the run game on these second and long, third and long, and even fourth and long plays.
First down and 10. Nippert tries to go with the hard count. Was the quarterback 3 last season on this roster and has done such a great job of overcoming adversity to becoming the guy on this team. Torian James is also that guy. His second of the game, and the Rams respond to the Sailors right away.
Yeah, what a run by Torian James. Gets to that outside on the right sideline and just torches the entire Sarasota defense. Gets into the end zone and puts the Rams up. A big touchdown there from Torian James.
Torian James is having his way. Brody Carroll will come on to attempt the extra point. 2 drives for Riverview, and it's the same story we've had all season long, Paul. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
Yeah.
A bad snap, but Carrillo able to get the hold down, and Carroll knocks it through. 14-6, 11:09 to go in quarter number 2. Rams respond.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com. Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
The Rams drive right down the field on their second drive of the game. And a familiar story, Torian James in the back of the end zone. He has been just such a weapon this season. The Sailors now trying to respond. Had a good drive last time. And the kick will go out of the back of the end zone. Monarchy cannot return it. So the Sailors will start this drive at the 25-yard line. It was a nice play from Hudson West, able to get the ball away, and then Jaden Rivers makes that huge play.
Yeah, it was a huge play for this Sailors offense, who have been unable to get much going, and especially a fourth down conversion was probably the biggest play of the night for the Sailors.
This has been an aggressive side. They tried to go for it on fourth down on their first drive, but 2 penalties made them punt it away. Second drive, same mindset. We're going for it. We're coming for the win. And it paid off. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. West hands it off up the middle to Dempsey as Dempsey carries some Rams to about the 28-yard line, and it's a gain of 8. Dempsey hard running tonight. It's been a Sailors offense that really has to get the ground game going. You've seen when the Rams bring pressure, Hudson West is almost always throwing off his back foot. They've got to be able to mix in some of the run to keep the Riverview Rams on their toes.
Yeah, they definitely do. They definitely have to get that run game going because it looks like the Rams are bringing a lot of pressure on those pass looks from the Sailors offense. And apart from the Rivers touchdown, it doesn't look like West is adjusting very well.
West fakes it, goes down the field for the Rick, and he cannot haul it in. It is batted away. Nice coverage there from Pino Parks and Jabari Farland. Third down and short.
Yeah, it's great coverage there by Pino Parks, able to get his hand in there. It's a nice throw from West, but Pino Parks denies it.
Evan Larrick, one of the other top wide receivers on this Sarasota side, 320 receiving yards on the year, 4 touchdowns. He's 64th in the state of Florida in receiving yards. Third down and 2. West in the shotgun. He'll give it to Dempsey, and Dempsey tries to make a move. Is it enough for the first down marker? The far side official initially gave him the spot, but the near side comes in and says he is short. So once again, backed up in their own territory, Amp Campbell has a critical decision to make here. This is aggressive if you go for it.
Yeah, it definitely is aggressive, especially considering how good this Rams offense has been. You don't want to give them good field position. On the other side, though, you do want to be an aggressive play caller, especially in a huge rivalry game like this.
Especially in a game that you have not won in 5,082 games. Amp Campbell played for Riverview, was a part of many of those Riverview wins, coached for many of those Riverview wins. He knows how much this game means. Sailors will snap it, and it's Rivers who will get the first down. Rivers, a huge impact on this game so far, and deep in their own territory, a critical spot to make it.
Yeah, Rivers in wildcat formation as he takes the direct snap. It's a nice play call from Amp Campbell, and they get it done on fourth down.
9:26 to go here in the second quarter. Sailors on their third drive of the game, led by Hudson West. 14 touchdowns, make it 15 touchdowns now. 1,000 plus passing yards coming into this game. Holds offers from Virginia Tech, Cincinnati, North Carolina, Kentucky. He's a sought-after prospect in the college world, even by legendary head coach of now the Tar Heels, Bill Belichick. The first down carry, and it's a good one at that. Wrapped up by Preziquez, or excuse me, that's Andon Clough coming back from injury this season. Andon Clough has been a huge impact. Missed the last couple of games due to injury, but last season he forced 2 fumbles. As a safety, had 42 tackles, 2 interceptions as well. He was our impact player. This Riverview defense needs him, and he's back for such a critical game.
Yeah, they definitely do need him. He's been out with injury for the past couple of weeks, but one of the main leaders on this Riverview defense. He's so good at just doing the basics. He's such a good safety, so good at tackling, forcing turnovers, just great player overall.
Second down and 2. And a bobble by West. And he'll still fire it down the field, but it is knocked away right on cue. Andon Clough on the deflection.
Yeah, that's a fantastic play by Andon Clough. Looks like a amazing throw from Hudson West that had a chance to be completed, but Andon Clough comes in at the last second, gets his hand in there and deflects the ball away. Amazing play.
There were multiple penalty flags on the play, so we will await what this call will be. Did not see those flags fly in. The officials conjuring right now. Would be third down and short, but just depends on the marker. And once again, a long time for them to discuss. We saw it on that offsides call, seemingly an obvious call, but taking their time, calling these plays, making sure that they're getting them right. At least that's what you assume, and it's going to be a dead ball personal foul on Riverview. So a free first down for the Sailors, and that's once again a critical play that keeps a Sailors drive alive.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you just can't afford to do, especially in a rivalry game and especially in a game as big as this. I've said it before, you can't let your emotions get control of your head, especially those dead ball personal fouls are super crucial.
So first down and 10 now for the Sailors, and they are past the 30-yard line. They will mark them at the 29. Giovanni Altai in the back now for the Sailors. Going one-on-one, he's got Evan LaRick, and it is knocked away. Pino Parks lockdown coverage.
Yeah, he's just been in seatbelt coverage, really. Pino Parks has just been fantastic today and not allowing any completions from Hudson West.
Will bring up second down and 10. These Riverview defensive backs have been challenged. They got beat on that Jaden Rivers play, but other than that, they have really eliminated the deep pass tonight.
Yeah, they did, and it's something that they have to continue if they want to be effective against this Sailors offense.
West tries to go hard count, looks over to the side to Amp Campbell. 5 on the play clock. The Sailors are going to have to burn a timeout here, and that's exactly what will happen with 7:57 to go here in quarter number 2. Sailors driving, trying to tie this game back up. 14-6, Rams on top.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state of the art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com. Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Second down and 10 after the incompletion to Evan Larrick. Giovanni Altai remains the back. Sailors trying to score once again on this Riverview defense. West on his back foot again to Rivers again. And it is incomplete. And it will bring up third down and long. Once again, he just doesn't look comfortable in the pocket, but it's not even his fault. He just does not have a lot of time to work with.
Yeah, he just doesn't have a lot of protection, and the Sailors' offensive line just haven't found an answer for the Rams' defensive line. He's forcing throws downfield. That's something that you definitely don't want to see, especially considering how good the Rams' defensive backs have been playing tonight.
So third down and 10. And you would have to think the way the Sailors have approached this game so far that they remain in 4-down territory. Larrick is one-on-one with Pino Parks on the near side. He'll go that way, and it's incomplete. It was actually Cooper Hamilton he was trying to find. And it will bring up fourth down and 10. So once again, the Sailors are faced with the fourth down. They've gone for it every time, and you see right now West goes over to his coaches to try and get this fourth down play call.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what they call here on fourth down and 10. Definitely, almost to the red zone. You want to get a pass play going. It's probably something that they are going to have to do is pass it, but it hasn't been very effective tonight, especially against these Rams defensive backs.
8 on the play clock, and you would have to imagine that they're going to have to burn another timeout. They've already used one, and they will now use 2. A quick word from Kettle Hyundai Sarasota. Settlers, big 4th down coming up.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com. Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
4th down coming up. Paul, this is a big decision. You have to go for it.
Yeah,
right?
You definitely have to go for it here. And it's going to be interesting what the play call will be from Amp Campbell. They've been looking at a lot of pass plays on their last 4th down. Similar situation. They did get a touchdown out of it, so we'll see what they do here.
Once again, they're leaving that near side for a complete one-on-one. And it's incomplete on 4th down. West cannot get it to his intended receiver, and the Riverview defense makes a stand, and the Sailors need a big defensive stop now.
Yeah, big defensive stop by the Rams here, and they're going to try and drive down the field like they have been doing all game. Go up big here as this second quarter, in the middle of the second quarter, we'll look to see what this Riverview offense has in store.
It's been a golden start for this Riverview offense. 2 drives right down the field, 2 touchdowns courtesy of running back Torian James. Just so electric in every single facet of the game. And he is only a junior. He was a wide receiver last year for this Riverview side. He wanted to be a running back, and they finally, after he put on some weight and put on some height, they finally let him take on a running back position, and he has taken that opportunity and quite literally run with it.
Yeah, he's been so effective in this Riverview offense, in this run game, especially this season. He's been playing so good, a part of one of the best running back duos that we've seen in this Riverview High School.
A little bit of Sonic and Knuckles duo. That's the type of vibe that they give. Isaiah Belt the strong, David Montgomery, and then Torian James. Man, he is quick like Gibbs. Here is Isaiah Belt just following his blockers, pushing his blockers forward, and it's a 1st down. Isaiah Belt just continues to impress.
Yeah, like you said, they really do remind you of that Lions running back duo in David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs, as we see Belt goes for a big game, following his blockers, being physical. It's what he's been doing all season.
And an injury to Sarasota, and we will step aside. 7:18 to go here in quarter number 2. Riverview on top of the Sailors, 14-6.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Welcome back on into the Ramble. 7:18 to go here in quarter number 2. Rams on their third drive of the game, led by offensive coordinator Brody Wiseman, who says this game means a whole lot to him. A former head coach of Sarasota led them to their first playoff win in 18 years and then was fired. This game he is fired up for, and he designs a beautiful play call to Miles Persiquez, and he is gone! Just got an offer from Eastern Kentucky, and you see why.
Yeah, they're going to love this kid if he commits to Eastern Kentucky. What an amazing catch and run by Miles Persiquez. Turns on the afterburners, torches the Sailors defense, something you usually don't see out of a tight end, but just the crazy speed of Miles Persiquez gets him into the end zone, and the Rams go up big here in the second quarter.
Brody Carroll on to attempt his third extra point of the game. That run-pass option, we haven't really seen it much since the Port Charlotte game in that preseason kickoff classic. We saw that exact play by Miles Persiquez go for a touchdown, and then he'll get his second of the year with that. 21-6 the score. Rams, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com. Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Welcome back on into the Ramble. We have got a fun one on our hands tonight. 21-6 the score. We've seen explosive plays from both sides in this critical district match, this rivalry game in which Sarasota is trying to break a 14-year streak. But so far, it has not worked, and it will go out of bounds, almost bounces to Riverview again.
Yeah, it's something that we saw, I believe, last week where they did the same thing and Riverview was able to recover. It looks like they haven't kicked it to the back of the end zone. They've been wanting to get that kick return back.
So it will be a penalty for it going out of the end zone, or excuse me, out of bounds. And we will head to a water break. 21-6, Rams on top of the Sailors.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
Back from the water break, first down and 10 for the Sailors. Hand off to Dempsey up the middle, and he is stuffed after a gain of about 2 yards. Gabe Halperin in on the stop. Gabe Halperin, he's been so effective for this Riverview offense and defense. He's got a little bit of time at running back in some of these later games so far.
Yeah, he has, and he's been really effective at running back. We went down on the field before the game, saw him taking warm-up snaps at running back, so we may even see him get into the game as running back in this game.
Second down and 7 after the 3-yard carry by Dempsey on first down. Monarchy in motion. Once again on the ground, and once again Gabe Halprin just shoving Dempsey back, and it will bring up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, we've been talking about how good he is in the run game, but he's also so effective as a tackler and as a linebacker, and he makes back-to-back stops on the run game. Great plays by Gabe Halprin.
So now it's 3rd down and about 3 coming up here for the Sailors. A big play. Riverview offense, it's seemingly like a week-to-week basis where we talk about, well, it doesn't look like they're going to let up. It looks like they're going to score every single time. The Sailors have to match it. They cannot afford to lose possession, let Riverview get the ball back and score. Riverview also gets the ball to start the second half, which is a big key in how this first half ends. On 3rd down and short, it's a run up the middle, and right on cue again, it is Gabe Halprin. What a play, and it is 4th down for the Sailors.
Man, has he just been blowing up that run game all game. What a play. Back-to-back-to-back now. Run stops by Gabe Halprin. He's just so effective on this Rams defense.
So now at their own 41-yard line, the Sailors are going to go for it again on 4th down. This is one of the moments in this game where if they don't get it, you're going to look back and be like, this might be where they lost the game. Giving Riverview the ball at their opponent's 41-yard line is never a good idea with just how effective their offense has been. It's a crucial 4th down, and Casey Escuerdo knocks it down, but there is a flag that comes out late, and the Sailors might just keep this drive alive.
Yeah, it looks like they might get Casey Escuerdo for pass interference or maybe some illegal contact.
Waiting on the call. The initial indication is that this will be against the Rams, and it will be. They will move the ball down, and it will be pass interference. So the Sailors keep their drive alive. That's twice tonight that they've been able to move the chains on 4th. To make that 3 times on 4th down, they're keeping themselves in it. That was Amp Campbell's game plan. Keep it close. Let the chips fall in your favor. They're keeping themselves alive to have the opportunity later in this game.
Yeah, they are.
Now on 1st down, West rolling under some pressure into traffic, and Halprin almost got his hands on an interception. He's been everywhere. 3 tackles on this drive, nearly capped it off with an interception.
Yeah, it goes all the way back to almost the safety position, and you wouldn't expect him to be much of a ball hawk, but on that play almost had an interception. So close to getting a Riverview turnover.
2nd down and 10. Sarasota has brought such a good crowd over. That student section on the opposing side filled to the brink. Same with Riverview. Such an important game for not only these players, but for all these students. West throws a hospital ball to Rivers, and then some words being exchanged between Rivers and Levi Ruffton, back from injury as well.
Yeah, that's a great play by Levi Ruffton, able to shed his block and make a nice play on Rivers, forcing the incompletion.
3rd down and 10 now for the Sailors. 4:06 remaining in quarter number 2. This is an all-important drive like we just mentioned. Riverview gets the ball to start half number 2. This is a drive the Sailors desperately need. Rams show pressure, and they're going to call a flag. They're going to say that Riverview jumped off sides. From our angle, didn't look like it, but a free 5 for the Sailors.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was much movement on the Riverview defensive line.
There was movement, but was it past the ball?
Yeah, that's really the question. Definitely a questionable call from the refs.
The far
as
side,
the Sailors are going to get a free 5 yards.
The far side official deems that they do, and it makes it 3rd down and much more manageable for the Sailors. West in the shotgun. Giovanni outside the back. West It's a screen to Altine, and Altine's got a ton of room on that far side. A hard tackle from Escuero, but the Sailors move inside the Hyundai Sarasota red zone.
Yeah, what a catch and run by Altine there. Going up that left sideline, just torches the Riverview defense down inside the 20 as they look to score here.
A big third down conversion from the Sailors. First down and 10 at the Rams' 20-yard line. Rams stack the box once again. West knows he has to get it out quick. Does get it out quick. And it is incomplete. You almost know what's going to happen every time Riverview stacks that box. You know they're blitzing. You know you've got one-on-one coverage. West just has not been able to connect. His receivers really haven't created that separation he needs.
Yeah, he has just no time in the pocket, and you're so right. When the Riverview Rams are showing blitz, it almost looked like a couple of them are going unblocked and just get to West right away, and he's unable to adapt and get the ball out in time.
And another flag.
Might be offside on the Rams again.
Once again. So another free 5 yards for the Sailors and makes it second down and much more manageable.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to get a jump on the snap and get into that backfield and disrupt Hudson West very quickly, and that's why we've been seeing a lot of offside from the Rams here.
And once again, there is a flag before the snap, and this time it'll go against the Sailors, so they'll get 5 yards, and then they'll go back 5 yards.
Yeah, so they'll go back to the original spot as it looks like there's a false start here.
So second down and 10 now. 3:44 to go here in the second quarter. Hudson West, the sophomore quarterback, trying to lead his Sailors down the field for a critical score. They've got to have a response, and they've got to have it here. A pitch to Monarchy. Monarchy trying to find the edge, and he is wrapped up. Matthew Vu, or excuse me, that's Reed Durfee in on the stop, just dragging him by his jersey, and eventually some help came to drag him down.
Yeah, that's a really important play by Reed Durfee there, able to grab on to the jersey of the running back and swing him down. It looks like he even had some running room if Durfee doesn't make that play.
Third down coming up. Loss of 2 on the play. West looks over to his signal caller. 10 on the play clock. Sailors have one more timeout. They might elect to use this here. Play clock continues to wind down. And there goes Amp Campbell calling his third and final timeout. And you can see the frustration from Hudson West talking to his offense. A critical third down coming up. Rams on top of the Sailors, 21-6.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state of the art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com. Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Third down and 12 for the Sailors. Hudson West in the shotgun. Drops back under some pressure, gets it away, and it is bubbled and caught off a deflection and in the end zone. It is Landon Dean. Once again, in the end zone. It looks like it's a jump ball, and the Sailors come down with it 21-12.
Yeah, another contested catch touchdown, and a little bit of a tip drill for Landon Dean as it's popped up into the air, but able to track it back down and catch it in the end zone. What a catch.
Man, when the Sailors have been backed up, their backs against the wall, they continue to knock and keep themselves alive. A critical drive. And now they will go for two to try and make it a 7-point game again. Rivers in the Wildcat. The defense read the initial play, but he will still find his way in the end zone. Jaden Rivers making it all happen for the Sailors. And just when you thought Riverview might run away with it, the Sailors have it at a one-score game. 2:45 to go in quarter number 2. Rams still on top of the Sailors.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
GettleHyundai of Sarasota.com.
Back to a one-score game after the Landon Dean touchdown. It is Anthony Miller on the return who takes it to the 31-yard line, where the Rams will start their 4th drive of the game. Paul, it's been an effective offense once again. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, but now it's only a 7-point game. Your defense hasn't held up like it has over the past couple of weeks. They only allowed 1 touchdown in 2 games. Now Riverview trying to find an answer back. They do get the ball to start the second half, but a key drive to possibly create some distance and get the momentum back, because Sarasota has it right now.
It's definitely a key drive from this Riverview Rams offense, and I trust them to drive right down the field and score again before half. They just have to keep doing what works for them, keep running the ball with Torian James, with Isaiah Belt.
It's what's worked all season long. Belt on first down. Going to be stopped for a minimum gain on the play. A gain of about 2 yards. Rams have all 3 timeouts to work with. And that's the second time tonight that we've seen Isaiah Belt's helmet come off. So Torian James quickly comes into the game. The handoff to Torian James, and he is brought to the ground, and it's 3rd down. A nice tackle right there from Koslaw. Riverview will call their first timeout, and it's a big 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 5. Riverview, seemingly, if they don't get this, give Sarasota the ball back with a chance to tie it before halftime.
Yeah, that would be huge, and it's definitely a big 3rd down here for the Riverview Rams offense. Back-to-back running plays that haven't really gone anywhere. 3rd and 5, I think you look to pass it and get the passing game involved with Parker Nipper and those guys on the outside.
1:50 to go in quarter number 2. Can this Riverview offense get the first down? But more importantly, can this Sailors defense finally make a stop? And we keep mentioning it, but Amp Campbell said before the game, keep it close. It hasn't looked pretty, but they've kept it close, and that's what you have to do in a game against the 17th best ranked team in the state of Florida. It is 3rd down and 6 for Parker Nippert and this Riverview offense. Torian James goes over to the left side, lined up right with Nippert. Play action, has Huffman, and he has the first down. A crucial play from this Riverview offense. And Trent Huffman, his first reception of the game.
Yeah, our impact player of the game is Trent Huffman, and what a clutch catch he makes there. It's a simple slant look, but a great catch and able to get a few extra yards.
It was a nice read on that run pass option by Nippert. Sailors had to crowd the box there. This Riverview running attack just poses so many threats. Nippert going for Sheffo, beats Rivers, and does he get a foot in? He does not. It is incomplete. Sheffo just out of bounds.
I thought he definitely got his maybe right foot in.
It was close.
It was definitely, it was really close, but the line judge disagrees, and it's an incomplete pass.
I'm going to say that that's a good call right there. Just looked like he was an inch out with that right foot, possibly his back left foot in, but it looked like the lead right foot was not in bounds, so 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, killer, because what a route by Noah Sheffon. What a throw by Parker Nippert. Pinpoint accuracy.
1:07 to go in the second. Riverview with 2 timeouts remaining. Nippert under some pressure, has Sheffo. He was wide open, but he just cannot connect. Second time they go for him, just missed him on the first time, and they just miss him on the second.
Yeah, that's something you don't see very often from Parker Nippert, is missing open receivers, especially downfield. He really has been so accurate for those balls, launching those balls downfield. We've even seen it this game with a great pass to Miles Praziquas that went for a touchdown.
3rd down and 10. Nippert in the shotgun. Can this Sailors off or defense get off the field for the first time tonight? It's the run to James, and James on 3rd down and 10 just blows by this defense, gets to the 30-yard line, and picks up a first down. Man, he's so electric, and on 3rd down and 10, what a gutsy call to trust your running back.
Yeah, and we talked about it before this game, as Brody Wiseman running it on 3rd and long, 2nd and long, and even 4th and long.
1st down and 10. The clock continues to wind down. 45 seconds to go. And a timeout finally called by Riverview. They'll take their second, but they kill about 20 seconds waiting to call that timeout. 1 timeout for Riverview. They have the ball at the Sailors 30, trying to boost up that halftime lead.
Got it. The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
First down and 10. 5 wide for the Rams. Matthew Baker and Ashton Clough on the near side. Nippert looking down the field for Miller, and it is just too high, incomplete. Will bring up 2nd down and 10. Had a little bit of space. Had Matthew Baker open over to the middle as well.
Yeah, he did. He had a lot of receivers open, a lot of different options. A rare empty backfield look here for the Rams on that play, but can't connect with Anthony Miller in the end zone.
2nd down and 10. 33 seconds to go in the second quarter. Once again, Riverview without a back in the backfield. 5 wide. 8 on the play clock for Nippert. Has time. Looking over the middle, and it's intercepted! Rivers once again makes the play. He has been everywhere. And the Sailors, seemingly going into halftime, are going to have all the momentum.
Yeah, they really have completely switched the momentum of this game, and that's a crucial mistake by Parker Nippert, throwing into what looked like triple coverage in the end zone there, and it's picked up by Rivers. As you mentioned, he's been everywhere tonight on offense and on defense, comes up with a very clutch play at the end of this half.
That is his second interception of the season, and a crucial one at that. Not only does Riverview not score, but not a lot of time, only 26 seconds, but possibly some time to tie this game up before halftime. Hudson West has 3 wide receivers out to his near side. The back is out time. Over the middle, and it is incomplete. Was trying to find Evan Larrick. Not even close.
Yeah, I think that interception is just so big because if you really think about it, the Rams, if they get a touchdown there, they get the ball to start the second half.
Man, that's some great momentum for Riverview.
That's amazing momentum. So the interception here to end the half as there's 20 seconds left doesn't look like Sarasota is going to drive down the field with no timeouts. But just the sheer momentum change with that interception is so crucial.
You get that touchdown, you get the stop you've been looking for, and even though Riverview gets the ball to start the second half, Sarasota, they are feeling it. They'll take a knee down. They won't even try to score to end the first half. What a ball game we have in the 68th ever meeting between these two sides. The Riverview Rams have a 7-point lead at home over the Sailors. Rams will receive the second half kick.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next roofing project. That's a top dog offer right there.
Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Welcome back on into half number 2 at the Rambo. What a first half it was. Torian James with 2 rushing touchdowns. The Rams went up 21-6. Sailors were faced with the 4th down. It was seemingly a do-or-die play.
Yeah.
They got that first down, continued to drive down the field. It was Landon Dean who caught the touchdown. Then an interception by Jaden Rivers in the end zone to stop that last drive from Riverview. And all of a sudden, the second half has begun. And it's a 21-14 ball game. And anyone's ball game to win. Could this finally be the time the Sailors can knock off the Riverview Rams?
It absolutely could. Sarasota has been playing amazing. We were talking before this game. We wanted this game to be entertaining. We wanted it to be a little bit close, and it has been so entertaining and fun to call. Just an amazing game. Both sides playing very well. I think it's really going to come down to which team has more momentum. Obviously, the momentum shifted at the end of the half with that Jaden Rivers interception. Riverview does get the ball to start this second half. We'll see what they do with it.
It is a big drive for Parker Nipper and that Riverview offense. It was a bad offensive drive. A lot of throws that just were heavy into traffic, especially that last one. That interception was seemingly thrown into triple coverage. Now the second half starts. The Sarasota student section on the opposing side has all the fire right now. The second half is beginning at the Ramble. It's time to buckle up. We've got a fun one. And that kick will go out of bounds from Hamilton, and Riverview will start at the 35-yard line for their first drive of the second half. It was a rough drive, like we just mentioned, to close out the half. What does Parker Nippert need to do to get back in his rhythm?
Yeah, I think he just needs to capitalize on his receivers running amazing routes, and it's something that we haven't really seen from him throughout the season. We haven't seen him miss those deep balls and miss his receivers downfield. He really, really has to capitalize on throwing those balls downfield, and he has to be better at decision-making. I don't quite know what's going on.
There was a flag on the Sailors, and so it will be a re-kick. So the second half not quite underway yet. The Sailors will have to kick from the 35-yard line, but you would have to think that this is actually going to benefit the Sailors.
Absolutely.
We'll see if Hamilton decides to boot this one away. He is the backup quarterback for this Sarasota team. He's the kicker for this Sarasota team. He's on the Sarasota baseball team. He is on the Sarasota basketball team. He's really a guy that can do it all. And he will give this one a boot. Same outcome, kick out of bounds. Rams will start at the 35-yard line. And never mind, it's another 5-yard penalty on the Sailors. They're just wanting to keep us here a little longer tonight.
Yeah, they definitely are. We'll probably get another re-kick.
And that's exactly what they will do. So now they'll back him up to the 30-yard line, and we'll try for the third time.
Third time's a charm. We'll see if they can keep it in bounds without any penalties.
Clearly not wanting to give Anthony Miller or Torian James, who is deep back to receive for Riverview, any chances to return this one for a touchdown. Riverview has not returned a touchdown on a kickoff yet this season. And it bounces off Miller's foot, and Miller is able to spin his way. Nice job to recover it, but those penalties end up being a beneficial penalty to the Sailors. Riverview will start their first drive at the 28-yard line.
What's going to be a big part of this Riverview Rams drive is how they look to switch the momentum back on their side. We obviously saw the interception to end the second half. Definitely switch the momentum back to Sarasota, and it's going to come down to the momentum in this game. So we'll look to see how the Rams can adjust to that bad end to the second half.
First down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Hand off to Torian James, and why not lead on your star? Torian James, house call on the first play of the second half. He's got a hat trick, and the Rams have a 2-score lead.
Well, I was just talking about how the Rams can maybe switch the momentum, and what a better way to do it than hand it off to Torian James, who goes almost 80 yards to the house for his third touchdown. That's definitely a way to switch the momentum back to your side.
72-yard touchdown run for Torian James, the star on this Riverview team tonight. And all that momentum that Sarasota had going in to the break just got completely wiped away in one play.
Yes, it did.
Carroll's extra point is up, and it is good. 11:42 to go here in quarter number 3. Riverview gets a long 72-yard touchdown from Torian James.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
GettleHyundai of Sarasota.com.
Welcome back on in. What a response from this Riverview side. 28-14 the score. Torian James, he has been the man tonight for this Riverview offense. 3 touchdowns and a crucial touchdown to give Riverview the momentum back. And now the pressure is back on the Sailors. Hudson West did a good job in half number 1, managing some poor performances from his offensive line, had to get the ball away quick, but in those one-on-one situations, when it matters in the end zone, the Sailors are coming away with those jump balls.
Yeah, Hudson West is really putting the ball in a position where his receivers can go up and get it. And we saw that on the first touchdown to Jaden Rivers. We saw it on the second touchdown as well. And it's really been a good job by Hudson West to adjust to his poor offensive line. He's been having to get that ball out really quick and force some throws downfield.
First down carry goes to Dempsey, and he is brought down after a gain of about 2. Aaron Zinn and Gabe Halperin in on the stop. That lineback duo between Gabe Halperin and Aaron Zinn, it's been such a threat all year, and they've really showed out tonight, specifically Gabe Halperin.
Yeah, he has. Definitely Gabe Halperin and Aaron Zinn holding down that linebacker spot, specifically in the run game, has just been disrupting that run game, and the linebackers combined with that defensive line have just been such a disruption to the Sailors' offense.
Second down and 8. West in the shotgun. Dempsey goes to his right. West trying to get away from Kayvon Love, and he throws him to the ground. He gets his first sack of the game, and it will bring up 3rd down and long for the Sailors.
Yeah, it's a nice play by Kayvon Love, sticking with an initial pressure in there by, I believe it was Miles Praziquas, almost got to the quarterback, and then Kayvon Love able to finish it off and brings up 3rd down and long here for the Sailors offense, deep into their own territory.
Just as Sarasota had all the momentum, they let up a touchdown on the first play of scrimmage in the second half, and now they're backed up 3rd down and 14 at their own 16-yard line. West goes down the field for Monarchy, and Pino Parks almost gets an interception. 4th down and 14 coming up. And for the first time tonight, it's going to be the Sarasota punt team to take the field. Too risky to go for it here.
Yeah, it definitely is too risky to go for it, especially backed up into your own end zone this much. You don't want to give the ball back to Riverview in prime position to go up by 3 touchdowns.
Torian James is deep back to receive, right at midfield. It's Cooper Hamilton to punt it away. And Mark Christiani will call his first timeout of the half for Riverview. Saw something he did not like, and they will talk it over. 4th down and 14 coming up for the Sailors. Riverview getting their momentum back.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Fourth down and 14 coming up here for the Sailors. Their first punt of the game. They have gone for it on every single 4th down so far. They are forced to punt it away as they are deep back in their own territory. Hamilton gets it away. James will let it bounce, and it will take a Sailors bounce. Trickles all the way down to the 35-yard line. You can see the frustration from Torian James. Maybe thought he should have caught that one.
Yeah, definitely, and he was backed up only to the 50, and it takes a generous Sarasota roll down to the 35-yard line. Probably should have picked it up and tried to gain a little bit more yardage there.
Second drive for this Riverview offense. 1 play, 1 score, 72-yard rush from Torian James. Sarasota has had an answer all night when their backs have been against the wall. They're back against the wall now. This defense has to make a stand. Why not right back to James? Just shoving off a tackler. How does he stay up? Torian James just somehow finding 9 yards on that run. What an impressive play from the junior running back.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I mean, just shoving off a defender and going completely the opposite way. Almost looks like he was going to lose yardage. Kind of reminded me of a little bit of Kenneth Walker and how he's able to just shed off those tacklers in the backfield.
2nd down and 1. Nipper in the shotgun. There's Belt now, and Isaiah Belt gets past the 40-yard line. Looked like the referee kind of got in there for a tackle as well.
Yeah, I was going to say the Sailors better thank the referee for that, as looks like we have a injured Sailor down.
So Isaiah Belt takes the carry for a very nice gain to the 38-yard line. It's a 18-yard gain. A nice tackle by the Sailors, and the referee will head to a commercial timeout. It is an injury for the Sailors. 28-14, Rams driving.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com. Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next roofing project. That's a top dog offer right there.
Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
First down and 10. After Isaiah Belt's run goes to about the 38-yard line. Belt the back, Prziquez and Pastor will go in motion. He'll run to that side, and Belt powering his way forward for a solid gain, about 6 yards on the play. Isaiah Belt just so great at following his blockers. It's his most effective point that he uses in his game. You see it every week, him just put his hands on his blockers' back and just push them forward and just go with the flow with his blockers. Second down and 3, they'll give it to him again, and Belt just somehow getting out of there and getting the first down and a lot. He'll get inside the Kettle Hyundai Sarasota red zone, and it's first down and 10 for the Rams.
Yeah, like you were mentioning before, Isaiah Belt's ability to just follow his blockers, and that is definitely due to the offensive line being so effective, but he's just so patient in the backfield, and that's why he's been so effective this season and throughout this game, and it's something that Torian James excels in as well, which has made this running back duo so effective.
Right back to the ground. Belt just shoving off tacklers. Gets down to the 10-yard line. He is going to be just short of that first down marker, and so it will be second down and 1. This Riverview offense continues to attack on the ground, and the Sailors just have no answer for it.
Yeah, neither has really any defense that they faced this past season, or this season. This Riverview offense has just put on a show every game.
Averages 37.8 points per game. There's Belt. Belt's got a lot of room trying to find the outside, and he is going to be marked down at the 1-yard line. So close to the end zone, but Riverview knocking on the door to open up a 3-score lead.
Yeah, he might even be inside that 1-yard line. That was so close to being in the end zone, and just another display of how effective this run game has been, yet to pass it even on this drive.
And they're most likely just going to keep the same thing going. Keep it on the ground with Belt. That's what they'll do. And it's the easiest touchdown he'll have this season. Riverview starting to open it up as Belt gets into the end zone.
Yeah, just waltzes into the end zone there with some great blocks on that right side of the offensive line. Makes it so easy for Belt.
Riverview opens up a 20-point lead as Brody Carroll will attempt the extra point. All Isaiah Belt on that drive. Just simply electric.
Yeah, like I said, they didn't even attempt to pass on that drive, and why would you when you've got Isaiah Belt and that offensive line just plowing through this Sarasota defense.
Carrillo handles the high snap easily and puts it down for Brody Carroll to knock in the extra point. 35-14. This Riverview offense is just unstoppable at times. One of the best offenses in the country continue to pile on the points. It's 35-14. 6:07 to go in quarter number 3.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
And the kick will go out of the back of the end zone, where Sarasota now has their biggest drive of the game. You got it to 21-14. Now it's 35-14. You have to have an answer on this drive.
You absolutely do. You absolutely have to have an answer on this drive. You have to get a touchdown here. It's 35-14. It's definitely looking bleak for this Sarasota team to break this 14-game win streak. They have to drive down the field, and they have to drive down quick. They need to snap the ball quickly and get down the field as fast as possible.
Looks like we hit our water break. 6:07 to go here in the third quarter. This is a Riverview defense that has been so stout over the past couple weeks. They've looked good tonight, but they haven't looked great. They've lost a couple of those jump balls. You could really make an argument. A couple of deflections or better coverage. It could be a shutout. You had a beautiful catch by Jaden Rivers where he cut off Rashad Bryant, and then a pass that was deflected by Riverview and then into the hands of Landon Dean, which has kept the Sailors hanging around. But now, Rams up by 21, and it's a big drive for the Sailors. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Altine, the back, and Altine is taken down right away. Jackson Blake in on the tackle.
It's a great tackle by Jackson Blake. As you see, Altine tries to cut up to the left side of the field. Jackson Blake having none of it. Great tackle.
This defensive line has been such a focal point for this Riverview side. It's a Riverview team that over the years has always produced such great defensive linemen. The Abner twins, you had Eli Rennick, just some lethal talent, and you see that with guys like Miles Perziquez and Kayvon Love right now playing for Riverview. Second down and 10. The throw over to Rivers. Rivers trying to make something out of nothing. And he will. He'll escape all those tackles. And he will get to about the 30-yard line, close to that first down. It will depend on the spot. Looks like he's going to be just a couple of yards short.
Yeah, what a play by Rivers to get out of the initial tacklers there and cut it upfield and almost get a first down on a play that looked to be blown up immediately by the Rams defense.
He has been electric tonight, has the touchdown, has the two-point conversion, and he has that interception, which really gave Sarasota a lot of momentum going into the break and makes it third down and really manageable here for the Sailors. It's Dempsey the back. And a whistle. And there's a flag. And a lot of whistles.
Yeah, a lot of whistles.
Sounded, but not.
I think it was maybe, yeah, not really sure what the whistling was. I think it's coming from the sideline or maybe
someone
maybe
in the stands. There's definitely whistling. I heard it, and I was like, well, there's definitely something out there, but then West just went up and talked to his offensive lineman like there was nothing happening.
Nope. Yeah, it looks like someone in the...
Yes, so there was a whistle on the sideline, and so that's why the game was stopped.
Wow.
I knew I wasn't going crazy. I knew it.
I mean, you'd think up 3 touchdowns, they wouldn't really have to worry about maybe tricking the Sailors with a whistle from the stands, but it did happen.
So third down and 1. Play action. The look to Rivers, and did he hold that in? He did. A nice reception right there from Jaden Rivers. Escuerdo just a little bit late on the coverage, but a nice quick run pass option play right there from the Sailors, and it's a first down.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see the play calling aspect from Ann Campbell on this crucial Sailors drive. As you see, they run it for the first few plays, and then they hit a screen to Rivers, and then you then hit Rivers on the sideline for a first down. They're definitely mixing and matching run and pass plays on this drive.
Rivers has got to be the guy that you look for on this drive. The run goes nowhere again. A flurry of Riverview players on the stop, and it will bring up 2nd down and 9 after a gain of 1. Sarasota has had their success on the air tonight. They just have not opened up the playbook enough. As much as those deep shots, and I know West doesn't have a lot of time, but you've got to think that they've got to just try those one-on-one plays. You've got it on the near side here with Larrick and Pino Parks. You've got to take your shots down 21.
You definitely do.
They'll go to Larrick here over the middle, and it is hauled in, and it's going to be close to the first down marker, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, like you said, you definitely have to take those shots downfield, but understandably hesitant from Amp Campbell throwing those balls downfield because these Riverview defensive backs largely, except for in the red zone, have played amazing. And the coverage from guys like Pino Parks and Casey Escuerdo has just been so effective.
You can kind of see him go to that quick game. Jaden Rivers once again making a play. It's 1st down and 10 as the Sailors continue to move down the field. That quick passing approach, it's screen, quick slant over the middle, a quick dump off there to Rivers. That's what's gotten this Sarasota offense moving.
Yeah, and you got to go to Rivers a lot on this drive. He is your key player. He is that focal point in that Sailors offense. They've been going to him a lot on this drive, and it's clearly working as they're now on the Riverview side of the field.
And once again, it's a slant this time and trying to find Victor Monarchy. It is incomplete. And Jabari Farland took a hard fall, a little limp, but he will get back up. 2nd down and 10, and you continue to see that be the approach that the Sailors bring to this offense. And when you don't take those one-on-one shots down the field, that's really what it has to be. This Riverview defensive line has just done such a great job of creating pressure and stopping the run like they do here yet again. Nowhere for him to go, and it will bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, this is another big 3rd down in Riverview Rams territory. It's definitely four down territory for Amp Campbell and the Sailors, like it has been all game. As you said, only 1 punt from the Sailors tonight. So it's definitely 4 down territory here at the Riverview 38-yard line.
3rd down and 10. 2:04 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Time not on the Sailors' side. They've got to have an answer here. West goes down the field looking for his main man, Rivers, but there is a flag, and that's in pass interference territory.
Yeah, questionable call by the referee there. I didn't see a lot of contact there, but they do call a pass interference, which is a huge call for this Sarasota offense and keeps the drive alive if that's what the call will be.
And it was, so it will be a 1st down for Sarasota. Instead of 4th down and 10, you now have a 1st down and can really keep this drive alive and possibly claw your way back into this game. Obviously, you're going to need the defense to do something to slow this Riverview offense down. Only 1 stop on 6 tries. But an answer has to be a touchdown here. You can't settle for a field goal. You're down 3 scores. Time is winding down, and you know Riverview loves to keep it on the ground, and they will not mind bleeding the clock down. They've got the time to do it.
Yeah, they do, and the run game has been the most effective thing for this Riverview offense. So why wouldn't they run it and bleed the clock a little more?
Going down the field, Rivers again just slips his hands. Anton Clough in on the coverage, and it will bring up 2nd down. You can tell he's going for Rivers. He's forcing it to Rivers, but that's what he should be doing. Rivers almost comes down with his second of the night.
Yeah, he almost comes down with the second of the night, but it's great coverage by Clough. Gets beat initially, but he just has that speed to recover and get his hands up, making it harder for Rivers to come down with the ball. It's great coverage.
Second down and 10, ball at the Riverview 23-yard line. Halpern showing pressure. He'll back off, dumps it off to Dempsey, and he is tackled down at the 20-yard line after a gain of 3. We'll bring up third down. We'll mark him down at the 21, so make it third down and 8. So once again, the Sailors in a third down spot. There is an injury down on the field. So we will step aside as they will send the training staff out to look on him. 35-14, Sailors driving, trying to get themselves back in this game.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next roofing project. That's a top dog offer right there.
Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
Welcome back on in. Third down once again for the Sailors. They've had these spots around the end zone before, and it's resulted in multiple touchdowns. West in the shotgun. Outside to his left. Looking towards the end zone, and it is hauled in. It is Lyric on the reception. Gets to about the 9-yard line. Looked initially like he was going to the back pylon. Instead, goes for Lyric, and it's a first down.
Yeah, it's a really good throw by West on the initial pressure from the Riverview defensive line. It's a tough throw, but a good throw by Hudson West, able to get it into Lyric. It's really good coverage by Clough, but just an even better throw by West.
56 seconds remaining, quarter number 3. West in the shotgun. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Was trying to find Dean for his second of the game. Sarasota has taken a bunch of this clock up here in quarter number 3. And maybe what wasn't a must-score drive, even though it probably was, now with time winding down in quarter number 3, this is a must-score drive. If you turn the ball over here, if you don't capitalize and score 6, your chances of winning this game probably are out of the window.
It's definitely a must-score drive here, and they have been able to do it when they've been this deep in the red zone.
West bobbles the snap, able to get away initially, fires it to the end zone. What improv from West! And once again, in the end zone, it is Jaden Rivers. Sarasota alive in quarter number 3.
Well, Hudson West really proving why he's been getting all these D1 offers. A fumbled snap, able to roll out, and while getting tackled to the ground, gets the ball out right before he goes down and hits Jaden Rivers in the end zone. Like we said, it was a must-score drive for the Sailors, and they definitely capitalized on it.
Hamilton on to attempt the extra point with 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. And it's blocked! Riverview has gotten close a couple of times this year. They finally break it down and get the block, and that could prove to be a crucial block. 35-20, third quarter winding down at John Sprague Field.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com. Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
And a squib, and Riverview's got a fall on this. It's loose, and Riverview will fall on it. Noah Sheffo gets there. Almost saw it the flip way this time. We've seen Riverview convert on that a couple of times this season. Sarasota almost catches a break.
Yeah, a little bit of a scare there for Noah Sheffo and this Riverview Rams offense as he bobbles the initial recovery, but able to jump back on it. But the Rams definitely backed up more than they would be on a usual kickoff on their own 21-yard line.
So first down and 10. 2 offensive drives to start half number 2, and Riverview has converted on both of them. Isaiah Belt really led that rushing attack on the last drive, and this time it will be Torian James. They'll go back to him here on first down. They seemingly just can't bring him down. It's pretty incredible what he has done with the ball in his hands tonight, evading that first tackler almost every single time.
Yeah, he's very rarely brought down in the backfield, and he's so good at making that second step and just gaining yards every single time.
There is once again an injury to Sarasota. Kyle Burgraff down on the field, getting attention from the Sarasota trainers. We will take a quick break and hear a word from Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com.
Back to action as Kyle Burgraff makes his way off the field. A gain of 9 on the first down carry for James. Torian James once again gets away from that first tackler, getting close to midfield, taken down at the 48-yard line. And that will conclude the third quarter here at the Ramble. 35-20. Can the Rams get their 15th straight win over the Sailors? They're 12 minutes away.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.com. Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and
Beginning of the fourth quarter here at John Sprague Field. First down and 10, Rams nearing midfield. Play action, Nippert rolls, a flag does come out as Nippert trying to do something, and this most likely is going to be a holding on the Rams. And that's exactly what Sarasota needs to try and get the momentum back, take advantage of a holding penalty, gets you a better chance to get off the field here. You've got to get off the field if you're the Sailors, but if you get off the field, you're a score away from making this a one-possession game, and then it's anybody's game. Yeah, it definitely is, and an interesting look there from the Rams as they run play action. As on this drive, you probably should just run it and burn as much clock as possible, but possibly something the Sailors can take advantage of. It will be first down and 20 now. Nipper in the shotgun. Perziquez right to his left side. Handoff up the middle. Belt gets away, and he will get back to around the original line of scrimmage. He will get 9 yards on the carry. Second down and 11. That's a play that looked like he was initially going to get stopped for a loss, able to get out of there and make a positive. Yeah, it's what happens every time with these Rams running backs. And I mean, how many yards per carry are these guys averaging? I mean, it looks like 10, maybe even 15. I mean, they're getting a lot of carries, but they seem to get first downs or maybe 8+ yards on every single carry. Riverview in no rush to get this snap off. Up by 15 at home, trying to get their 15th win in a row against the Sailors. There's Isaiah Belt again. There's some running room, hits up the edge, out of bounds at the 36-yard line. There's just no answer, and it's the same talking point over and over again, but it's the same game plan. It's the same perfection from this Riverview offense. Run, run, run. Run it down your throat, and it happens every time. Yeah, there's just no answer for it, and that's largely due, and we've been talking about this throughout the season and on the broadcast, and even in this game. It's this Riverview offensive line. They've just been playing out of their minds this year, and it's the reason why Isaiah Belt and Torian James have all those holes to run through, because this offensive line has just been so good. Nippert has time. Uncorks one down the field. Miscommunication with his intended receiver, Trent Huffman. Second down and 10. Riverview has not been able to get the passing game going as much as they normally have. They have that long touchdown to Perziquez, but other than that, it's really just been the ground game, and Nippert has never really been able to get into his full capabilities tonight. Yeah, he hasn't, and that's largely due to some miscommunications with his receivers, but he's just been missing throws downfield as well, which is so crucial for a game like this. Isaiah Belt once again just running right down the field, all over this Sailors defense. He enters the Ghetto Hyundai of Sarasota red zone, and the Rams are getting ever so close to putting this game to bed. Yeah, and if they score here, they most likely will put this game to bed. And this Rams offense has just been simply unstoppable, and we've been mentioning it throughout this broadcast. But there's just been no answer from the Sailors defense, apart from the interception to end the second half. Handoff again. This time, Bill trickles forward for about 6 yards. And once again, a Sailor is down. That's the 4th time this half that we've seen a Sailor go down due to an injury. We will once again step aside. 35-20, 9:50 to go in the 4th quarter.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. proud sponsors of Riverview High School football. Let's go Rams!
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
GettleHyundai of Sarasota.com.
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your...
Second down and 4 as the Sailor walks his way off the field in clear pain. Javon Key, the Sailor who is walking off. A chance for Riverview to put this game to rest. One touchdown would surely do it. Under 10 minutes to go in the fourth. Belt takes it to the 6-yard line, and it is a first down. First and goal for this Riverview offense. No tricks, just Isaiah Belt.
Yeah, no tricks, just continuous running, and Riverview in no rush here to stop the clock and just bleed it out.
Looks like they're going to call timeout to talk things over. First down and goal. Let's talk for a little bit about this game and what Riverview has brought to the table. For the first time in a while, really since that Palmetto game, some adversity for this Riverview side. It was a team that beat Melbourne Catholic by a ton. They beat Northport by 44 last week. A rivalry game in which their opponent really talked a lot, and a lot of the players mentioned that Sarasota really was running their mouths this week and thinking they were going to win this game. And then they faced that adversity, and it looked like, wow, Sarasota has a shot. They're trying to put that to rest here. And Isaiah Belt, he seeks contact, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. Riverview well on their way to 15 in a row against the Sailors.
Yeah, and like you've been mentioning before, we kind of got the sense, especially at halftime, that this might actually be a game between Riverview and Sarasota. They ended that half with the interception. They had the momentum, and then the killer really to this game and this momentum was Torian James going 72 yards on the first play of the second half. And it really was a game of momentum as the Rams are going to put it away here, 42-20 with 9:20 left in the fourth quarter.
The Sailors are going to need a response, and they're going to need a quick response at that. 9:27 to go here in quarter number 4. Riverview knocking on the door of 15 straight.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
GettleHyundai of Sarasota.com.
Carroll sends that one to the back of the end zone, and it is an all-important drive for Sarasota. Down 42-20. It's going to be tough. You've got to move down the field quickly. It's something that even in their 3 touchdown drives that they've had, their offense hasn't played bad. They've played really well. They've scored on about half of their drives tonight, but they've been slow. They've got to have a quick drive. It should feel like a 2-minute drill almost, because Riverview just can run the clock out. You haven't been able to stop the run at all, so you've got to score quick and then hope for a stop.
Yeah, you definitely have to go up-tempo here on this offense, and it's something that we haven't seen from Sarasota, but it's something that we have to see in this drive, as I think they're going to get the Riverview Rams on a offside.
It is. It's Devontae Thomas who jumps offside. It will be a first down and 5 coming up here for the Sailors. So the Sailors with Bit of an advantage here on their drive here. 5 on the play clock for West. Has some time, looking over the middle, and it is knocked away and incomplete. Escuerdo has played wonderful defense all night long, and he makes another play.
Yeah, it's a great play by Escuerdo. It looked like the receiver was actually going to come down with the ball there, but Escuerdo able to track down the receiver, get his hand in there, and deflect the pass.
2nd down and 5 coming up. Pino Parks and Casey Escuerdo have been just very sound tonight, and it's been a position in which Riverview has lacked over the last couple of years, is that cornerback position. They've seemingly found their guys this season.
Yeah, they definitely have. Pino Parks and Casey Escuerdo really holding it down in the corner position. And then you obviously have Annan Clough there in that safety position, coming down and playing outside linebacker. This defense is just electric.
Dump off to Dempsey, falls incomplete. So from 1st down and 5 after the offside penalty by Devontae Thomas, it is now 3rd down and 5. .15 to go. You gotta look to Rivers here, right? 3rd down and 5. You've gotta go to the guy who's made it happen all night long.
Absolutely, you have to go to Rivers here. He's just been the guy that's been converting. He's been so clutch in these big moments. You have to go to him here.
West will roll. Has nobody open. It is incomplete. 4th down and 5 coming up. Looked like he was trying to find Rivers, just not able to create any space. West forced to throw it away, and the Sailors are going to punt this football away. 9:09 to go in the 4th quarter. Do you like this play call?
Yeah, kind of indifferent on it. I do see both sides to this call. Obviously, you don't want to give the Rams back the ball inside their own territory. But the downside of this is that the Rams are going to get the ball maybe closer to the 40-yard line of their own, and they could just run this clock out. And that's kind of the downside of punting here.
James will let it bounce again. Another good bounce for Cooper Hamilton as it rolls all the way down to the 20-yard line. A 55-yard punt from Hamilton. But the Sailors, after having 1st down and 5, are forced to punt it away. Rams, 9 minutes and change away from putting this game away.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
So 1st down and 10 for this Riverview offense, who will be more than content to just bleed out this clock, up by 22 at home. Looking to Sheffo, and it is incomplete. Right in his hands, and he's just not able to come down with it. And an interesting approach there. They're seemingly not just running the ball and running the clock out, still being aggressive.
Yeah, they might want to run up the score here and just get as many points on the board, especially with a game like this.
Handoff goes to James. He's so quick, so elusive. One man to beat, and he's gonna beat them both! This kid is ridiculous! An 80-yard touchdown run from Torian James. It will be 15 straight.
Yeah, this kid is unreal. I mean, the speed, the explosiveness, the jukes had both Sarasota defenders on the floor. Their ankles are left on the field, and they go up by 28 points, 48-20. 8:30 left in the fourth quarter.
I can only imagine how many rushing yards he has tonight. A 72 rushing yard touchdown, and now an 80-yard rushing touchdown. This Riverview offense, they came into this game averaging 37.8 points per game. That was with a game that ended at halftime 14-14. That's included in that average. They speak right to their name, 49 points, and there's still time to play to get their second straight week with 50.
Yeah.
This Riverview offense, it is second to none at the moment. 49-20. The Sailors will be sunk again.
Yeah, they will, and Riverview's going to get their 15th straight win against the Sarasota Sailors. As we mentioned the last time Sarasota had a win, it was 2011. And they are going to get their 15th straight here. It's just been utter dominance here from the Riverview Rams, especially in this second half.
It was Marlon Mack who was the running back in that game. He rushed for 167 yards along with 3 touchdowns. He went on to have a standout career at the University of South Florida. Went on to play running back for the Indianapolis Colts. Had a couple of good seasons. Then went on to finish his career with the Denver Broncos. That was 5,082 days ago, and it will continue and continue to rise as the Sailors are going to be unable to come away with a victory. We'll take you back in time to just how long it really has been since the Sailors have won. That game where Marlon Mack ran for 167 rushing yards, it was 36-0. The number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 was Someone Like You by Adele. The new iPhone was the new iPhone 4. Barack Obama, in his first term as President of the United States. It has been a long time since the Sailors have been able to get over that hump against the Rams, and tonight's not going to be that night, but a valiant effort. They really kept it close.
Yeah, they did, especially in that first half. It looked like the momentum was going to go their way coming into that second half, but that 72-yard rushing touchdown by Torian James just killed the momentum, and the Rams have been dominant ever since.
West over the middle to Rivers, and it is incomplete. And it's going to be a pass interference. Sneed was in on the coverage, but once again, it is a pass interference on Riverview. Riverview has been called for a lot of those penalties tonight.
Yeah, they have, and it's been something that we've been touching on as these cornerbacks have been so effective, but they've also had a lot of penalties, and as we know, those pass interference penalties can be drive killers. As we see, Sarasota's going to go all the way into Ram territory right before Ram territory.
So first down and 10. West goes quickly, and it is incomplete. Larrick just not able to haul it in. This Sailors side will drop to 3-2 on the year, and Riverview, who's ranked 17th in the state, now might see their ranking even rise just a little bit higher, and it's gonna be one heck of a game against Venice. If there is any Riverview side over the last couple of years that is going to be able to get over that hump, obviously Riverview has this 15-game winning streak, or about to be 15-game winning streak over the Sailors, but you can't look past the fact that they have not been able to get over their own hump against Venice. They haven't beaten Venice in years. I believe it was 2017, so not as long, but it's been quite some time since Riverview has been able to get that win. If Riverview goes on the road in 2 weeks and beats Venice, not only will they win district, but they're most likely going to be the #1 seed in the playoffs and have home field advantage for 3 games on their way to possibly a regional final.
Yeah, it would be definitely crazy, and it will definitely be the real test for this Riverview Rams team against Venice. It hasn't been very competitive in any of their games except maybe the Naples one that was called at halftime. And we're going to see a very good game against Venice, as Venice has been a consistently tough opponent for Riverview. As you said, they haven't been able to get over the hump, but it will be an amazing game at Venice. And if they go on the road and beat Venice, I mean, that it would be amazing.
And you can't let that 2-2 record of Venice fool you. They have been facing one of the toughest schedules in the nations as Sarasota makes their way inside the 20-yard line, trying to gain back some momentum and make it look a little better on the scoreboard. But Venice, they're 2-2. But the ranking that they have, it doesn't reflect the talent on that team, a team that should not be ranked 143rd in the state of Florida, probably a top 20 team, at least in the state. But their schedule doesn't get any easier. They have against Lehigh tonight. Presumably they will win that game. But next week it is IMG national team.
Yeah.
At home. What a game that'll be.
Yeah, that's going to be definitely a game. IMG, one of the top recruiting high schools in the nation.
And blown up on the play by Nick Regier. A loss of 4 on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 14. Sarasota back at home next week. They'll go up against Lakewood Ranch, which should also be a pretty good matchup next week. A lot of good matchups in store for next week, as there's a dump off and going nowhere. Anton Clough makes the stop. Outside trying to get around him, but Anton Clough in his first game back has been pretty effective.
Yeah, absolutely. He is the best tackler on this Rams defense pretty easily. His ability to just get the basics down and do this well in tackling has been the reason he's been so effective on this defense.
We will head to a commercial timeout. Under 6 minutes to play here at the Ramble. Riverview closing in on another win over the Sailors.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
GettleHyundai of Sarasota.com.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle.
Play action over the middle, and it is intercepted. And now the ball comes out, and Sarasota is going to get it back. Intercepted by Leroy Minnis, and then he coughs it up, and Sarasota has a first down now.
Oh, wow. What a roller coaster of emotions there is. You get Leroy Minnis intercepting the ball off the tip and then fumbling it on the return back to Sarasota.
So from 3rd down and 14 and an interception to a first down, just like that. West in the shotgun outside to his left. 4 wide receivers out wide. Rams bringing pressure. West off his back foot gets it away to Rivers, and it is hauled in. Actually make that Larrick. Got a yard on the play, so it will bring up 2nd down and 9. So Sarasota, it's going to be tough now to win the district. and you've got a game against Venice. How do you rebound after a game like this? You're probably not going to walk away with the victory, but you've got to regroup your season and find some success on the tail end.
Yeah,
you've got to still try and make the playoffs.
You do. It'll be tough to not let a game like this affect your morale, especially from a team like Riverview. You're getting beat for the 15th straight season. I mean, that's not easy on any team, but I would just say try not to let it get to your head. Go into these games with confidence, and they might have a chance to do even better as the season goes on.
.501 to go in the fourth quarter. Sailors trying to find another touchdown. And some pre-snap movement. The wide receivers in West not on the same page. And it will turn into 3rd down and 7. And it's just been that type of second half for this Sailors team. If you're just tuning in now, it was a game going into halftime. It was 21-6, and then it was a Sailors touchdown off a deflection. They get the 2-point conversion. Riverview drives right down the field, but then Jaden Rivers gets the interception. Sarasota has all the momentum, but then Torian James just in a snap of a finger took it all away.
Yeah, he did, and it really did look like this was going to be a game for the Sailors, and it looks like they were going to come back and maybe beat the Riverview Rams at halftime. They had the momentum, they had the interception to end the second half, but like you said, Torian James just snapping that momentum in half with one play.
Devontae Thomas makes up for that earlier offsides and gets to West. And you can kind of see it just that walking around now. It's starting to set in for the Sailors.
Yeah, they're starting to kind of raise the white flag, if you will, as this clock will wind down to about 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Throwing it up to the end zone on 4th down, and is it intercepted? It is! Tyree Sneed picks it off. Riverview will take over at the 20-yard line to run the final 4 minutes off this clock.
Yeah, it's a great play by Tyree Sneed to really seal it for the Rams. As a nice play in the end zone is Hudson West. A tough night for him tonight.
Throws that one into triple coverage, but nothing he could really do about that. You have to take a shot to the end zone on 4th down and 14. This Riverview offense will come out for what will most likely be the final time tonight. A touchdown or a field goal would make it their season high in scoring. They did that last week against Northport with 50. It doesn't count, but in that preseason kickoff classic, 49 points against Port Charlotte.
Yeah, and wasn't that a thriller to start the season?
Oh, that was a great one.
As we were both in the stands at that game against Port Charlotte, it was a fantastic game that went into double overtime, and it was a great start and really set the standard for this season.
Nippert finds Huffman over the middle. Huffman tries to make a move, and he'll get to about the 47-yard line. That's kind of the game where we looked at each other and we're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It was a surprise because of how not effective the passing game was over these past couple years, and then Parker Nippert goes and sets the single-game record in passing yards against Port Charlotte. The offense puts up 49, and you're thinking, okay, well, is it a fluke? Is it just a one-game thing? Clearly not.
No.
Another 49-point performance.
As they bring in Logan Carrillo here, the backup quarterback.
Carrillo over the middle. He's got Huffman again. Trent Huffman making some moves down at the 25-yard line. This Riverview offense, they are not showing mercy. They're going for the kill.
Yeah, they're not showing mercy, and why would they against a side like Sarasota? They're really trying to run up this score. There's no respect between either of these teams, and they want that season high in points.
Carrillo under some pressure. Can he get away? Yes, he can. Tiptoeing the sideline. He will step out of bounds at about the 17, maybe the 18-yard line, and it's a solid gain from Logan Carrillo, the junior backup quarterback for this Riverview side, bringing up 2nd down and 2. Carrillo has Huffman. Huffman stays on his feet and then is lit up. Taken down inside the 5-yard line. A nice tackle from Sarasota, but it's Riverview who's knocking right on the door, trying to get another 50-piece. Carrillo looking over to his play caller. Brody Wiseman was the head coach of Sarasota, and we talked about it. This game means so much to him. As Bell somehow, some way gets into the end zone. Looked like he was wrapped up, but once again, Belt trickles his way for 6, and Riverview will get their season high in points.
Yeah, I actually looked to the clock there to just take my eyes off the play, and then I look back and Belt's in the end zone, and looks like he was surely going to be stopped. But as we've mentioned before, the physicality of these Riverview Rams running backs is just unparalleled. We see it there on that touchdown.
And with that touchdown, the running clock will come out. The extra point is up, and it is good from Brody Carroll. Riverview was perfect on drives in the second half. They only did not score on one drive all game, and it was that interception in the end zone by Jaden Rivers. This Riverview offense, man, they've got a tough opponent next week with an IMG Academy team, but a team that fell to 2-3 Manatee, so a team that Riverview,
they're beatable.
They're beatable.
Yeah.
It's a game that Riverview should and probably could win, or could and probably should win. And then it's that game against Venice, man, and as the weeks get by and Riverview continues to stay undefeated, that game becomes a whole lot more exciting. What a showdown that will be on October 10th down at Venice High School.
Yeah, that's just going to be an incredible game to watch, and it'll be so interesting to see how that shapes the FHSAA playoffs here, as Riverview is just so hot, and their offense has just been rolling, as you see 55 points on what's, regardless of 15 straight wins, is always an opponent to look out for on their schedule. Putting up 55 points against Sarasota is definitely something to write home about.
And it's in games like this, rivalry games, that it's anybody's game. But tonight, it wasn't anybody's game in this second half. Riverview made that known. They made a statement as this clock continues to wind down. This kickoff will probably be it.
Yep. As we've seen before, they've had to redo the kickoff. Sarasota did it 3 straight times, and now Riverview having to do it again.
Brody Carroll will send it to the back of the end zone, and that will conclude tonight's matchup. A final score, 14 years in a row, the 15th straight win, and the Riverview Rams have sunk the Sailors. This offense continues to excel. This team remains undefeated. 56-20, your final score. From Autumn Rusco, Tyler Jeebus, Nathan Granteski, thanks so much for joining us here on Arsenal Productions for the Riverview Rams and Sarasota Sailors. I'm Addison Rusco saying so long. Rams 56, Sailors 20.